The following message is an update by Sheldan Nidle for the spiritual hierarchy in the Galactic Federation. Originally posted on August 12, 2008. Here is the message. Selamat Jaran. We returned, dear ones, with more to discuss with you. As you know, a great struggle between the dark and the light is reaching its final denouncement. Our Earth allies, with our assistance, are completing a number of operations that, when done, are to end the long reign of the dark on your world. This sacred moment has not yet arrived. Everywhere, the end game of the Kabbalists is evident. They believe that the ever-deepening chaos enshrouding your world will lead to the return of their dominance, but this is not to be. The work of our Earth allies is limiting the success of their dark objectives and threatening to defeat them in their dire game. In the long run, our countermeasures will overwhelm the dark, allowing the Earth allies to greatly speed up their efforts to forge the new reality you all deserve. This project of ours is becoming truly immense in scope. We are being compelled, because of the dark's new exertions, to commit more and more expert personnel to this task, and this means we also discover much more about you and how your journey to full consciousness is progressing. Your progress toward your final changes is going well. Heaven is working diligently to bring in your new 13 chakra system and activate the myriad minor energy centers that support your fully conscious body. Further, the element that makes you physically you, your genetic makeup, is also undergoing a vast change. This odd stuff, which many geneticists initially labeled junk DNA, is starting to interact with your present active double helix. This opened up new possibilities for change and even allowed many geneticists to suggest you are beings whose origins are extraterrestrial. This postulate is gaining adherents in the world of genetic research and makes up another factor adding to the rise of a new scientific paradigm. Too many anomalous facts are seriously challenging the basic foundations of your present reality. These scientific discrepancies go hand in hand with the activities of the divine on your planet, and these pressures for change are increasing in both scope and complexity. The world you know is imploding upon itself as the sheer volume of evidence for a new paradigm mushrooms. This alteration of your world and your physical selves is rewriting the way you perceive yourselves and the world you live in. Your reality is expanding and is increasingly able to manifest what was once thought to be impossible. For example, the prosperity funds went from being mere possibilities to actual programs ready to manifest huge amounts of money to each investor. Now these funds are being protected by special security groups whose prime responsibility is to ensure that the long-promised deliveries occur when commanded by heaven and our Earth allies. On this day, an amazing event is to happen, a transfer of wealth around the planet that is at once unexpected and immense in scope. These now wealthy investors are to include many light workers who formerly lacked the monetary and organizational resources to make a difference to the makeup of your world. After the deliveries and the transfer of governmental power to our Earth allies, a new world does indeed manifest. It is this new world that can end the UFO cover-up and permit a most orderly, global first contact operation to take place. This first contact, as frequently noted, has become a work in progress. Our original concept did not include the amount of assistance we are offering to our Earth allies. We joined forces, urging them on and helping them to overcome the endless maneuvers of the Dark Cabal, which previously threatened their rights. Our Earth allies are now a more united group whose purpose is to remove this cabal from power and instigate a more prosperous and freer global environment. This new environment can spur creativity and birth a newfound sense of connectivity. Indeed, this growing sense of oneness lies at the core of what First Contact represents. We are here to induct your future star nation into the Galactic Federation of Light. For this to come about, you need to progress beyond your present irrational schisms into a clear realization that you are all citizens of your world and, moreover, a future member of the solar system's star nation. Thus the gift of full consciousness becomes essential for this divine vision to manifest as planned. This divine gift is laid out in explicit detail in the divine plan. And it is this that led to our departing from standard first contact protocols and sending our great fleet to your shores. In recent months, this fleet saw the return of a number of special ships whose passengers are the precursors of the Nine. These priest and priestess ships are to manifest at the right time and send down the blessings of Ian upon you. This special ritual marks the time when the sacred mantle of the great holy realms returns in full force to you. Such a gift signals your return to full consciousness. We are proud of who you are, my children. In your spirit lies a great soul given you by the Creator and by many holy legions that have come here and bless you with grace, love, and courage. Your indomitability and ability to survive all that the dark throws at you arises from this. Now your amnesia is to be lifted, and with this a clarity of colossal proportions. This clarity will allow you to see the working relationship between physicality and heaven. You can see what your true life purpose for this lifetime is. You can determine the best way for the energies of this galaxy's star nations to intertwine. All this knowledge is yours, and once your full self is revealed, these marvelous concepts contained within your new reality can appear. Until this time you may occasionally get brief glimpses of what lies ahead. These may come to you as strange dreams, or something sensed just above you. They may affect your mind's eye, bringing you a tantalizing flash of this future activity, as your collective mind prepares you for this on subliminal levels. These encouraging glimpses reinforce the paradigm shifts we referred to above. The time for change has come. The magnitude of change is immense. In order to move you from your limiting reality to the new, unlimited one, Heaven created a protective field for Mother Earth and this entire galaxy. This field was forged by light, love, and by the energies that you freely possess. These energies make it impossible for any other scenario to exist. Hence, we know you are at a time when first contact is to occur. We are confident that the need for a rapid deployment of our forces in response to some dark-induced craziness is unlikely. Until the mass landing date, we will need to intercede only when necessary to prevent nuclear disaster or stop events from getting out of hand. By this we mean an event that swiftly escalates into something serious. To this end, a group working with our Earth allies does so when needed to negotiate or suggest to both sides a way to solve any potentially grave situation. As you can see, there is a definite method to our first contact operations. We know that a sudden shift in our mass landing schedule could become possible and have thus drawn up a series of options covering all possibilities. Our fleet is apprised of each option and can switch, suddenly, from one scenario to another. This has been rehearsed many times since our arrival here in the early 1990s. The primary scenario, now in effect and described to you many times, depends on the success of our Earth allies in getting a major government to resign, permitting caretaker regimes to temporarily take over, and setting up proper and constitutional government in North America. It is these governments which can make our benevolence and us known to the peoples of your world. We feel this to be a proper prelude to the actual event of first contact with you. Today, we continued our discussion about first contact. We want you to know that a definite series of procedures is in effect which heralds the events of first contact. We are working with our Earth allies to complete the final prerequisites for the various announcements and the prosperity deliveries. Know, dear ones, in your heart of hearts that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajin. Selamat Ya, Syrian for B1. And be enjoyed.